Great. Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, let me go. I can adjust that. So, welcome. Breakfast scramble coming. Late afternoon breakfast scramble. I know what time it is. Thank you. So, breakfast is whenever you break your fast. And today has been a really busy day. I've had water, coffee, which technically, it had milk and maple syrup in it. So on some level it was sustenance, and I've had a lot of water today. But I've been really super busy with a couple of different tasks, several different tasks. Including a wonderful, amazing, as always, amazing brand strategy session with the Ashley Cherie, the one and only. So anyway, exciting things to come. So today I'm not going to do a drink. I'm going to show you how I quickly, for me, and you can put it in the bowl. You don't have to do it in your hand like I'm doing it in my hand. I actually probably advise that you don't do it in your hand. So you can just kind of see, again, I don't know, I think people, I'm sure different people eat grapefruit differently. I even peeled a grapefruit myself last night. But I just want to remind people that there are more than one way. There's more than one way to eat a grapefruit. So I was thinking my favorite part of eating grapefruit is at the very end, once you've gotten all the pieces, if you eat it in this manner, once you've gotten all the pieces out, you like squeeze the rest of the grapefruit, skin, the pith, everything that's left, whatever, and you get to drink fresh squeeze, the most fresh squeeze, the freshest fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. It's amazing. Anyway, so I've done all, you just, cut on each side of that, the skin, that barrier in there. And then you can go individually, again, using my amazing Cutco. Love Cutco. Love Cutco, show Cutco, buy Cutco. Anyway, so, but I don't even, once I've done on both sides of each individual, I don't even worry about coming up and then going back down. I just go right through, all the way around. And it's just that easy, folks. So this, I'm using the trimmer. I'm wondering, I bet there are a couple of different ones you could use for this. The table knife will work, but not really, because it doesn't have, the trimmer has this sharp edge, the point of the edge. So you don't even actually need a grapefruit spoon. You can literally just do it just like that. Okay. Okay, breakfast scramble, here we come. So I'm gonna put some in my drink. Un momentico. I guess it is turning into a drink. So see, let me see my water. Today I've just really been enjoying water with the coffee. Wonder if you just go like that, then you can get some grapefruit juice in there too. Beautiful. Okay, so I did make a drink for myself. Cheers, cheers, healthy drinks. Okay, so breakfast scramble. I am going to make it in real time. I kind of just want to time it and see how I do. Okay, so pan on. We'll pretend like it's a cooking show and there's, time. But time is a factor. Okay. So medium heat, medium high, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, but you could use whatever fat you want, coconut oil, whatever. So I am going to use, for me today, well, I always like a healthy portion of butter. Butter is my favorite thing. So butter, olive oil, You could do coconut oil, you could do whatever you'd like, as you please. Okay, so medium, high, and I'm gonna start with onion. So you can use any vegetables that you want, as everything that I make is, I don't know, customizable. Is that the word I'm looking for? Customizable, make it any way you want. Yeah, but really to your taste, right? So like what vegetables you have, what vegetables sound good. If a friend who, and again, okay, so how, could you make this vegan? Absolutely. Lots of ways to make it vegan. Lots of egg substitutes, right? Lots of things to use instead of eggs. This can be a no cheese. Oh, that's what I forgot. Let me put the cheese. So, pro tip. Pro tip, cheese in the freezer. In the freezer for just a little bit before you are going to shred it. So I'm going to see, my friend has her shredder. I like mine because I'm partial to mine. I'm very, very partial to my shredder. So I'm going to get my shredder out. I did not mise en place, clearly. Okay, so onion. You could use half an onion. I've just been really enjoying onion lately. So onion, I've got sweet potato. I've got golden potatoes. I've got kale. I'm going to put some baby bella mushrooms in there. So you don't have to do, onion. Red pepper, I was going to say red pepper. My friend Whitney, she had posted, and I actually made it and it was amazing, but I fucked it up too anyway. But like you can use chickpea scramble instead of eggs, and hers had red pepper, sweet potato, kale. If I'm remembering correctly, I may be getting it wrong, but more or less along those lines. So I'm using a combination. I'm using sweet potato and golden potato, both. Starting off with the sweet potato. And so for me, I just do slice long ways in half to start off with. And this is like that thick. So we can just, that could be the thickness. So for this side, if that's the thickness and it's a little bit uneven, so I'm going to do long ways and then short ways. And that's going to go in. So, and again, I mean, I'll show you this. Your cutting may turn out to be uneven. You can go back and fix it sometimes if you want to. Also, you can just leave some bigger chunks. I'm not mad about some of my sweet potatoes getting more like, I don't know if caramel is the right word, like more caramelized, sweeter, crispier. So this side's thicker. I am going to make, hi, oh, hello. I'll be following up with you later. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, so, sorry, I just got so distracted by the universe speaking. It was insane. Anyway, it's really good to have you here. Thank you. Jesus, I got so fucking distracted. So, so you can have your sweet potato. Some of your sweet potato can be, I'm going to just start talking directly to you because YouTube is just somebody that is not responding unless you want to say hi. Okay. So that side of the sweet potato was thinner. This side is thicker, so I'm going to keep like cutting it, right? And again, so this is what I wanted to say about it being uneven. It doesn't matter. Like it can be lovely. It's really, really great to have effort in trying to like have beautiful vegetables chopped up in uniform pieces, but also fuck them. And like things are perfect in their differences. Anyway, so sweet potatoes. So So I'm doing 1 onion, 1 sweet potato, and then 2 baby goldens, some kale, and I think that's it. Yeah, 2 baby goldens. Stir it around. So flavoring. So for breakfast scramble, I mean, again, you can do whatever you want, right? But like I always do, for me, salt and pepper. Pink Himalayan sea salt is my favorite. Salt and pepper for sure. Besides that, you can do whatever you'd like. Or nothing at all. And so a lot of times I do nothing other than salt and pepper. I don't know. What do you do? When the universe speaks, the universe speaks. Jesus Christ. Okay. Sorry, I have to like screenshot this so I can just, if that's okay. I'll be following you. Yes. Beautiful. So many things. Okay. Yeah, like for real, I will actually be following up with you later. I don't even know what your real name is, to be really quite honest, without looking it up, and I'm really sorry about that, like off the top of my head. But I will say that I think I've gotten to know a lot about your spirit on Instagram, and I can't wait to further connect. So you just let me know. Oh, I do know who that is. Hi, it's good to see you. See, I receive all of that. Okay, so golden potatoes. They're my favorite. I don't really get white potatoes. I always like to get the goldens or the reds or something instead of just the Idaho russet. I don't know. The white potatoes. I don't know. That makes sense. The goldens have a lot of flavor. They taste like it's like butter in your mouth. So the other thing with this is thinking of what order. So I always start with the onions, and then onions, potatoes. This is a little bit thicker. So I am going to get it to be the same size, I'm going to cut those in half on that. Let me turn this down. So the order of vegetables. You can do it all at the same time, that's fine, but I like my onions to cook down a little bit more. Or like, again, get more caramelized, caramely, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to do this. These baby goldens, and then the kale. So this on the kale, I don't know, a lot of people I've seen throw away the stems, and I love the kale stems, but I have a trick for how to make them even better. Gosh, thank you. Okay, thank you for being here. I really appreciate your presence, everyone's presence. You too, person, I appreciate your presence too, even though I don't know who you are. So kale. So this is my secret.
What's up?
You want to say hi? So this, something now? You still have it from last night. It's like, oh, yeah. So I separate it and I keep the stems, and I'm going to put the leaves in just a minute. And this is just my personal preference. I just kind of like tear it down to a little bit. And so what I do is I put these stems in as more of like with the root vegetables. And so this I'm just going to tear and then stop. So to cut the ends off, like just chop the very, very ends off, trim. And then I just chop these down. Careful with your hands. Also kale stems, my dog loves kale. My dog loves. I've had multiple dogs love kale. If you have a dog and you haven't tried kale, you should. It's really sweet. My dog treats it like a bone. I should do this. Oh, but we should do a video of that. So I just minced up that tiny, tiny kale stem. I'll save this for the baby. Maybe we'll do that. Chiquita, estrellita. Si quieres. Okay. So that's all cooking around. So again, thinking of how the order, oh my God, I can smell the sweet potatoes. I love the burnt sweet potato, like that caramelized sweet potato flavor. My favorite. Okay, so just a couple of mushrooms. And again, I'm just rubbing them, getting the dirt off with my sort of like moist, semi-wet hand, whatever. And then chop the ends. Yeah, so customizable completely. And then for this amount, like I said, I'm doing 1 onion, 1 sweet potato, 2 small golden potatoes. What is that, like 3 things of kale, 4 things of kale? Just like 2 mushrooms. I just had a couple of mushrooms left, really just for the flavor. There's not a ton of mushrooms, but a little bit of mushrooms can go a long way. And then eggs. So I made a breakfast scramble the other day and I posted a picture of it. And when I was eating it, when we were eating it, when I went back and looked later, there was like the ratio of eggs to vegetables. The ratio of eggs to vegetables, like there weren't a lot of eggs. It was very little eggs to the amount of vegetables. I felt like when I was looking at it and when I was eating it, like, and I don't know how I did that, but I think it kind of just depends, right? Again, I'm sort of just bunching up the kale. I think you can see this. Yeah. Okay. So bunching up the kale, and then I'm just gonna, you can do the kale however you want, or spinach, arugula, anything, some sort of green. I really, really like a little bit of green though in a breakfast scramble. A breakfast scramble without some green. God, there's so many directions to take that joke. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead, and yeah, not getting myself in trouble. Okay, so I put the kale in, and then that green, like the stems have been in there for a little bit, right? The potatoes are like almost done, and now I'm gonna put the kale in. If I was gonna do spinach, I would do spinach in later, like right at the very end. Yeah, and then you can do a couple of things. If you do, so like the ratios of vegetables to eggs, a lot of times, and what I didn't do the other night, I know what I did differently, because a lot of times I will do this breakfast scramble premix, and you can be done with it just as it is right now, right? And then you can keep it in your fridge and just take a little bit out to go with your eggs in the morning. And so really the only thing you have to do is like literally cook the egg, add the cheese, and you're done. I'm sorry, cook the egg, add the cheese, add the mix, and then you're done. It's a great, how do we say, it's a great like sheet of meal prep to be able to still get, you can still have fresh, you could still have, like you can make a quiche and then it doesn't matter, but you could still have fresh eggs every day, like a fresh breakfast scramble, but just have, I don't know what you call it, the premix, call it the premix. Chiquito, si quieres, I did the grapefruit, Baba. Okay, come. So I am gonna do this. I'm gonna put the premix on here. I'm gonna cook the eggs and then just add in the amount of premix. I started. I just didn't go around the edge all the way. Maybe I did. I might, yeah, you can have some of that, that's fine. I put some in my water too. Okay, so I'm gonna call this done. I'm gonna turn this down. And then eggs. So use whatever eggs, don't use eggs. There's like the Just or whatever, that's like the egg substitute. Lots of options. Oh, y queso. So don't forget, pro tip, if you're gonna do the cheese, if you're gonna shred your own cheese, I personally recommend putting it in the freezer. That's what my mama taught me. What are you doing?
Oh, hi everybody.
So, mira, I have so somebody on YouTube again, my YouTube people. You should say hello and say where you're calling or where you're watching from or whatever. Like, think I'm on a goddamn radio show. Anyway,
in the comments or whatever.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, they can put it in the comments. That's what I'm saying. They can interact. We should interact.
They might not have a profile or something. I don't know.
I don't know how it works on the YouTubes. And I think that's what, 2.5, 3 ounces. Okay, That should be good. Okay. Prohibida entrada, chiquita. Ya. Afuera. Prohibida entrada. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Okay. So I'll just say that this wow. Everett.
Yeah.
Would you want me to scramble the eggs really quickly, please? Sí, por favor. Oh, actually, no, I don't even have anything else to do. I can totally do it myself. Okay, but you know what I do need you to do? I need you to finish what you were working on so that we can move on to the next thing. Can you do that for me, please? Prohibida. Prohibida entrada, chiquita.
My picture computer, it's kind of
Yeah. So here we go. Perfect.
like in front though. In front.
Oh, thank you.
Forward.
Yeah, for right now, that's what we're doing. Thank you. I'm almost finished.
Oh, wow,
But
it's really hot.
just saying the longer the more I have to move it, the longer it'll take me to be done with the cooking, right? So eggs. So use whatever kind of eggs you want. Don't use eggs if you don't want eggs. Use the just eggs. Use the just egg substitute or whatever it's called. Use chickpea. You can do like the chickpea scramble. There's lots of things you can do. Or you can also use eggs. And you can use any kind of eggs you want. Today, Bubba, do you want to read what kind of eggs we're using today?
Large, grade A, I guess. Grade AA. 2A.
Is that what the whole box says?
No, it says Simple Truth.
Simple Truth.
Large brown eggs,
hold on.
grade AA. Okay. We'll just say that.
You want 2 eggs, Bubba?
Sure.
That's all right. Okay, great. So, breakfast scramble. Again, for your eggs, just using those cage-free grain-fed large brown eggs, grade AA. And you can use water, you can use milk, you can use nothing. I'm just gonna put a touch of water, just to make them fluffier, so I've heard. You can also season it right now, but I'm not going to just because my last step is more dairy build. So maybe another bit, half a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon, half a tablespoon, something like that. And then the eggs. And I have this on lower. I'm gonna just stir this around. And then show you what that breakfast, with the premix, I don't know what else to call it, the premix looks like. So, we'll just add the cheese in at the very end. Oh, yeah, so it doesn't even have to be like vegetarian or anything. You can add meat, like meat's great. I do it with meat all the time.
Can you do it with me? Wait,
do you see that? Do you see how pretty that is? So good. So good. And then the cheese I'm using today is extra sharp cheddar. But again, cheese like you want it, veggies like you want them, eggs like you want them. So the other way you could do it is just have this, like the premix, as it is right now. I'm doing scrambled eggs, obviously, but you could do, and I have done like over easy and serve it like a skillet instead of like a scramble. Whatever sounds good. A lot of people really prefer those over easy eggs as opposed to the scrambled ones. And if you're one of those people, like,
wait, are we doing over easy or scramble?
I was doing scramble with cheese.
Okay.
Wasn't thinking to ask you which one you wanted.
Oh,
Just went with it, and then I realized, yeah, I could have just served it as like how we've done it before, like a hash. So, but maybe next time we can do I remember, if you remember. You have to remind me, Baba. Or I have to remind myself, one or the other. So I'm going to add in some of these vegetables because the eggs cook up so fast. And I still have some of that premix left. Ah, prohibida, chiquita. I'm going to step on you, Esperita. Everett, can you get her or tell her yourself?
You can stop.
Get her loose. Thank you.
Stop.
Okay.
Wait, do you wanna see my dog?
Oh, yeah.
Say hi.
I was going to, yeah, just don't put her like in front of the food. I was going to show them, do you want to give her that one kale?
Oh, this
The
stuff?
little baby one. Uh-huh. Oh! It's so funny that I can see that in the TV, in the screen. Okay. So eggs, vegetables, and then you add that cheese in. So I don't know what that is. 2 ounces, 3 ounces, 2.5 ounces.
Chocolate.
Some ounces. But again, you could use whatever kind of cheese you want. Any kind of cheese, any shreds. Feta, Parmesan, no cheese. No cheese if you were doing over easy. You could absolutely do this with no cheese. Just the eggs over the hash, over that veggie premix, and you're done. Okay, but this is it. All the way done. As soon as I put the cheese in, the burner comes off because all I really want to do at this point is just have that cheese melt in. Yeah, es todo. Es todo? Todo por todo. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Breakfast scramble, ready to go. And you can see, so I think I used like half of that. So I do have enough breakfast mix for another one.
66.
Although also, you can also just eat this, like just as it is. Just as it is now. Yummy. Okay. Provecho. Aprovecho. Provecho. And that's it. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye. Let's do that. Hi. Love you. Bye. Yeah.